Hi everyone. Okay, so my cat is in the litter box. And the way she was making like weird noise. I'm gonna prop you guys down. She's making weird noise. Maybe it isn't so weird, but it spooked me. I was like, for a split second, I thought my parents were like trying to come through the door, but then I'm like, I don't really see or hear anyone. But there's like this weird like ruckus going on. So I'm like, let me see if Squeaky's in the litter box. I think she still is. So I'm like, note to self, you're fine. But if you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Mallory. If you want to become one of my pals, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below along with the notification bell. So, what are my dreams for 2019? I'd love to get a golf cart, and I'm probably most likely going to get a plain Jane white golf cart and then like stick my business decal. I have two now on it, but I definitely like made this big old thing, and I'm hoping it'll stick and it'll like stay on the golf cart. My dad and I, we went to is it Dick's Sporting Goods store? Dick's something or other? I know it sounds funny. Like, who came up with that? Probably a guy named Dick, or maybe his real name's Richard. And we were looking at putters, because there's my kitty coming around the corner. There's a driving range in my backyard, and then there's like a spot to like practice like putting. And I do love me some mini golf. So we were looking at putters, and they were expensive. And so for like a few dollars, and they were not, none of them like was attractive. Does that matter to some of you? Maybe not. But for a few dollars more, you could get a full set of clubs, and they had purple golf clubs in a purple bag. And now I'm like, I'm gonna take up golfing for real. I always talk about just like wanting to like use the driving range and stuff, but like you have to like bring your own clubs if you're gonna like golf. And I currently don't have any, so there you go. I've been putting thought into taking tennis lessons. Is there such thing as like golfing lessons? Like I know the guy that I'm eventually gonna like work out with as like the personal trainer that I think I've talked about before. But it just so far it just hasn't happened. So stereotypical, like, ooh, next year I'm gonna do it. But for reals. And I say that hesitantly because the way life is going right now, I don't know. But it is a wish of mine to get more physically active in 2019. And so I was showing my dad where the tennis courts are. There's bocce ball. Don't know how to play, but would like to learn. That could be fun. And that's like where the lap pool is, where water aerobics is. I think they call it aquafit. Pardon me. Aquafit, and it's twice a week. I think it's like Tuesdays and Fridays, and on Fridays it's like twice on a Friday. So his name is Coley. He does the Tai Chi class, and he'll be my personal trainer. And one of these days I'm gonna get down there and do the water aerobics. So like slowly working it. But part of me does feel like if I didn't want to like do the full machines and the gym per se, if he's my trainer and I have him for an hour, then like I'll be like, why don't we just for this hour do a little bit of yoga or like Tai Chi? Or if I give him enough notice to say like, is it possible like we can do water aerobics? Just kind of like one-on-one, like that might be weird, I don't know. But anyways, so that being more physically fit, I'm asking my dad for Christmas for a Fitbit scale. He has one and he likes it, and I'm like excited about the idea of having one versus just a plain Jane scale. And it's funny because it's one of the few things that we both are like passionate about and really have an understanding, because it's like a smart device, it's a smart scale. And my mom's like, well, if you're tracking everything on your Fitbit device and or like your phone or your computer, like why do you need the scale? And she just wasn't getting it, and like he's like trying to explain it, and I'm like, yes. So that was just a fun conversation. But I definitely do want a new Fitbit. I was hoping to buy it on my own, like sell some of my stuff, personal belongings and like get the money to purchase what I want. Because my dad was saying, what do you want more, the Fitbit or the scale? And I'm like, in this very moment, the scale. But now it's like, if there was a way to get both, I would, but no. I don't think that's gonna happen. But I do want to be successful in 2019 because there's some YouTubers. I like filmed this whole thing and I was like ranting, kind of like being like, oh. There's people that I do have some envy for, and then there's people where I just don't get it. My mom's like, those are the flash in the pans, the one-hit wonders, you know, like, it's not gonna last forever. Your day will come. So, but I showed my mom this hat. Hopefully you guys follow like all my Awakening Butterfly stuff. I know some of you do because like I'm starting to recognize some of y'all's names. So like if you've liked something or you've been active in any way, whether it was like Facebook or Instagram, but I do have a Pinterest, I do have a website, I do have Facebook, and I do have Instagram and other stuff, and it's always in the description box. I'll like see a name and I'm just like, oh, hello. So I had this hat made up and I want to have more. My mom, she's like, oh, well, did you put your website on the back? I'm like, no, because that would have cost more money, and I don't know how I'd want it to look, if it would just be like black, like lettering going like right here, or what, because it would be cool if it could kind of look like how my company name is, where it's like purple and blue, like, and it's that pretty like scripted font, but like you can read it. It's not like too scripty. And I have a t-shirt that I live in. I'm thinking of getting my mom a t-shirt, and yeah, because we're gonna be going to the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show. It's a 5-mile radius of shows. Do you have public, wholesale, public, and wholesale? So some vendors, it's a combo. One, it's like anyone can go. You don't need a business license, a tax ID number. You don't need to have a company to go buy you some crystals and have a grand old time. And then the wholesale, you do need all that. So if you are following my little journey, to the gem show through social media like Instagram and Facebook, then, and I do lives. I'm doing more on Instagram than I have before, but I mostly go live in my Facebook group, Light and Love, which I don't know if there's a link to that down below or not. If there isn't and you want one, let me know. And my page. So I do go live there, but mostly in the Light and Love, but I've been kind of trying to go more live in Awakening Butterfly. So if you kind of want to see more of me, that is a way to do that. Also, just hit the notification bell. I think I said that already, but this so you're notified when I upload a video. So I'm thinking of, because I'm trying to save some money, but I'm just like, I want to experiment, and I got like the t-shirt was a surprise. The hat I purposefully like ordered for myself. I think it was like $9, maybe 10, if you round everything up. But if I had stuff like this, because I have a lot of like t-shirt ideas, and I'm gonna be in the process of finding like a good vendor to work with who can like mass produce like a large quantity, like 100 maybe to start, I don't know, or like 50 shirts. And like give that a go, and if they're really popular, then I can just like restock stuff. I don't want to, and it'd be, anyways, if you would like want to rock merch, it's not YouTube merch, it's my company merch, but this is very much me. It's like one and the same. So if you're down, that is great. I was praising YouTubers, but also was kind of like being a little negative about some, but like the people, I just kind of feel I'm at like a crossroads with this channel, and the one YouTuber, this just popped into my head, I wasn't even talking about her in my last thing that I just deleted because it was like almost 30 minutes long, that's been a huge inspiration to me, is Molly Burke. And second to that, the other day I did get a little pep talk watching Jeffree Star's Insta story. I know he like does a lot of YouTubers, and you want to know a secret? I do this too. Will like make something on Snapchat because it has like cute filters and lenses and like all that stuff. It's like way better than Instagram. Although they're trying to step up their game, and then we'll like save it to like our camera roll and then we post it to Instagram. Some people it's like both. So like sometimes I'm on Instagram and Jeffrey's like, "What up, Snapchat?" or whatever, and I'm just like, "All right." And it's funny too because Christine from Simply Nailogical the other day, she's like, "You want to know a secret?" And she like revealed that news, and I'm like, "Really? I do that too. That's not a secret. I can tell because I do it too. Who else is doing it?" But anyways, it is kind of a lot of work, and Snapchat really does drain your phone battery. But my question, I guess, is if you're not following me everywhere, you should be. And second of all, if I could get more like hats, t-shirts with my logo on it, can you see this? Would you wear it? Yes or no? Simple question. Comment down below. Like I said, I have all these other ideas. So if I do have other t-shirts in stock, would you wear them? Yes or no? Because I want to know. Also, if you're following me, my journey to the gem show, so it's called like jogs, is short for something. I should know this. But like I said, 5-mile radius of like all these different like vendors, booths, shows, so on and so forth. Gemstones, crystals, minerals, fossils, rocks, everything under the sun. And I do plan on, in 2019, attending as many shows as I can. And I'm hoping there's going to be, like, local stuff, you know? And I hope to be a vendor at, like, local craft shows, art fairs, whatever. I hope to host a party somewhere in my neighborhood or, like, in my community. There's like so many things business-wise that I hope and wish for, and that I constantly talk about like on the daily to like put it out in the universe. Hello, law of attraction. So I just, wanted to pop on and be like, life is hectic, busy, crazy, but at the same time it isn't. But like there's a lot going on family-wise. It's like extremely stressful and upsetting, and it's one of those things where, like, have you ever been in a situation where you really want to help out, but there's really nothing you can do, and it's so frustrating and upsetting, and you're just like, ugh. So instead of, like, sitting and wallowing in that, I'm like, well, what makes me the most happy? That is helping people. What gets me really out of my head and, like, eases my anxiety? Doing card readings. If you want to know the services that I offer, you can find that on the Facebook page or on my website. So I work with oracle cards. I recently got a tarot card deck, and like a book, like a big book that I'm going to be reading, because I am intrigued by tarot cards, but it's kind of like, a little, maybe I'll use them once in a while, but I'm more of an oracle card, that type, mediumship cards, like, so on and so forth. So, if that's intriguing to anyone, it is $5 per card. If you want me to just like pull you X amount of cards, you tell me if you want to spread, but I still need to find a way to let everyone know what kind of spreads I offer. Then that is $20 right off the bat. I do a service, which I think I've announced, which is a Freebie Fridays. Fun play on words. So on Fridays, I'll pick 5 people and I'll pull 1 card for you. And, it may be first come, first serve. It might just be who I feel really needs it in that moment. So if you're like, I want a card and I don't pull you, please don't take it personally. This is if you're interested, okay? And then I have a chakra check. And chakra check, basically, I will check your chakras. I can do that remotely, easy peasy. Doesn't hurt at all in case you're like, what the heck. I have like this whole thing set up, and I've tested it out on myself, on my mom, on my dad, and on my cat. And yes, my cat's solar plexus is unbalanced. And I believe it's due to the fact that she's gotten lazy because, she's living the leisure life. So she doesn't move around like a wild maniac like she used to do that in New Jersey. And she needs to get that energy flowing. It's getting stagnant. Uh, So there's a lot of things like that. And if you do have something that is unbalanced or blocked or whatever, I'll give you like a mantra. I'll find you a meditation. I'll let you know what crystals you should be working with, what essential oils you should be working with to try to clear that blockage. And then you're allowed one free like check-in. So like if a week or so has gone by and you're curious if you're feeling better, I'll check it for you, free of charge. Or maybe you are feeling better and you just want like reassurance that like, hey, this is working. I'll check it for you. And then if you come back to me, in like 3 weeks, a month, whatever, and you're like, can you please do a chakra check? I'm like, that'll be another $7. It's just $7. And I'll send you a meditation that you can listen to just kind of really give you some tips and tricks on how to fix that. And then for free at the moment, we have, and I say at the moment because I'm like thinking this through thoroughly, is I call it intuitive counseling. So if you have a question and you're like, I always use a fashion example. I just don't know why, but it's like if you say to me, I'm going to this party Friday, like, should I wear the red dress or the blue dress? I really don't know, like, what do you see me in? I will tell you. And, and I'll give you my 2 cents. Like, if you're asking for my 2 cents, I'll give it to you, whether you like the advice or not. Doesn't matter to me. You can take whatever I tell you and run with it. And that's in regards to any advice that I give you. And whatever you don't like, then just toss it aside. Don't worry about it. And then there's the pendulum. If you want me to use a pendulum to answer a question for you, because sometimes that is like a nice tool to use for a more accurate reading at this point in time. But I'm thinking to myself, you'd really have to be specific on the question. And if you said to me like, you would know if it was going to rain tomorrow. But if you're like, is it in my best interest to apply to this job, right? And then I can use the pendulum and I'll ask like, yes. And if I tell you the answer is yes, but then you want to know, okay, well, when? Or I don't know, whatever follow-up question you may have. I feel like at a certain point, after X amount of questions, and I have to figure out when the cutoff is, then it's going to be like $1 per question or something, because I cannot like spend the whole day being like with the pendulum. I don't know. I can just pretend this is a pendulum, right? If I'm doing the thing, and then I'm doing this, and like, a lot of time's gone by, we need to exchange energy with one another. So, so that's what's currently happening. So, and I do want to offer like more ways of helping people. I am working on my psychic abilities and my psychic skills. I definitely want to tap into mediumship. I'm not really going to become like a famous world-renowned medium. I will not probably be talking to a departed loved one for you who's crossed over, but I just feel like it can help. I feel like they kind of, okay, so as the saying goes, all mediums are psychic, but not all psychic are mediums. And I feel like studying mediumship and like practicing it is going to help my psychic abilities. I know I sound crazy, but I don't care. And I just, for selfish reasons, I want to like learn from myself so I can like better communicate in whatever way I can to my loved ones who have crossed over. So it's more or less just like And part of me is like, I don't really need to do that to be able to say, hello, Uncle George. I don't have an Uncle George, but you know what I mean? If you want to talk to Uncle George, you can talk to Uncle George. It's not a big deal. But if you really want to be able to, like, I don't know, this is getting a little weird. But it is something that is of interest to me. So I might take a class for tarot cards. I am currently taking, studying like classes. I have 2 online classes for oracle cards, just to like, even though I probably don't need to take them, it's fun, and maybe eventually as the course progresses, I'll learn something new, because at the moment I'm like, got it, yep, been there, done that. So it's exciting, and then I need to finish up my Reiki Animal Practitioner course and any other Reiki animal business, and then I want to like do all the Reikis. I really want to be able to like send healing to people, and I think that I can. Like, I want to do as much help for people as I can remotely from the comfort of my own space. And then of course I'll be selling crystals and pendulums and metaphysical tools and all that fun stuff as well, and like jewelry and whatnot. So if you want to see what's currently for sale, check out my Instagram or the Facebook page. Down the road, it's a toss-up at this point between, well, my actual website, which I think is going to be more or less like a blog post and just sharing information about who I am and what I do. But as far as selling my goods, it's between Etsy and Amazon. They both, have their good points, their pros and cons. So I did create an account though, an Etsy account, but I haven't posted anything yet, and I'm thinking that's what I should do. I should figure out how the hell I do that, because I tried the one night and it was very confusing and it was very late, and I was just like, I'm tired. I'll look at this another day, and I still need to do that, by the way. I gotta work on my vision boards. I've been doing journaling and like all these fun activities to really like hone in on like my psychic abilities and my empath abilities. I've learned what my empath dominant archetype is, and it totally like resonates with me. I want to learn more about numerology and astrology. So if any of this is exciting to you, let me know. Yeah, so with all that being said, I'm going to go now. I'm going to go get the mail, because I went to get the mail earlier, and the guy, just the thing pulled up and was about to like distribute everyone's mail. So I'm going to put on the flip-flops, get the mail, clean up my dinner mess, and just take it easy, because if you can't tell, I am exhausted. And I just like to keep my mind busy and occupied, so I don't just think about all the things and then just start like crying and being like, oh my god. If I'm not sad, I'm angry. If I'm not angry, I am sad. Like, those are my like 2 main emotions right now. But what gets me out of that, and the joy and the happiness, if you can't tell, by like just me even sitting here and talking to you about this topic and all these things, I'm just like, yeah, I'm on cloud 9. And I posted something on my Instagram, and I said, if you don't raise my vibe, then you can't be part of my tribe. And that's like going to be my motto for 2019. Anyone who doesn't raise my vibe will not be in my tribe. I'm sorry, but that's just how it goes. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, feedback, anything, please. Because it's so annoying when I say that every time, because I sincerely mean it. Like, if you sincerely have a question or you just want to say something, I don't care what the hell. This is to be nice, obviously. But in my Facebook group, Light and Love, I'm always, like, when I do, like, live streams and stuff, or I post things, I'm always like, please let me know. Show me I'm in the right direction, right? Because I don't want to be boring people and putting stuff up that people don't care about. And I want to put stuff up people do care about. And I want to sell stuff that's going to make people happy and make the world a better place. So when people don't like do anything and I'm always asking, I'm just like, why am I a broken record? Why do I bother? But I do it anyway. So thanks so much, and until next time, keep it quirky.